Are you ready, mate?
Yes.
Right. We're just starting the 3-minute warm-up.
I was
Right.
having a problem with my Zoom, but we're with it.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go. We're off. Right, nice and easy, really easy. So just turn your legs over. This first sort of 30 seconds, we'll keep it nice and light. Right, nice easy cadence. We're coming up to the 30-second mark. So get your cadence up to about 85 now. So I'm on 85 if you're watching my feet. Nice and easy, just spin it over. If it feels a bit too easy now, you can stick another gear on. We're still aiming for light though, probably about RPE 2 or 3 for this first section. It's just about getting your butt joints properly warmed up for 3 minutes before we start the 4-minute ramp. So just hold it, think about your form now, get nice and relaxed on the bike now before you get going. My fan's not going for some reason. Bear with me.
For all your
That's why it felt really easy. I've not turned the turbo on. Right, just pick your cadence up now. Take it up to about 85 to 90. That's better. Yeah, that's it. Hold it at 90 now. 85 to 90. Just spinning over again. So just do a quick system checking your joints, ankles, they're moving nicely, knees, they're moving, there's no pain there. Anything other than Diane, anything that doesn't feel comfortable, just exaggerate the movement on it for a couple of turns until it beds in. Right, just stick another gear on. I'm going to bring it up to about RPE 3 now, so kind of low zone 2. Nice and easy. Like a recovery run kind of effort. Or a brisk walk. Hold that cadence definitely at 90 now. We're not going any higher than that. It's all about low cadence. Right, so in 20 seconds we're going to start on the ramps. It's a 4-minute ramp. So about every minute we're going to be adding a gear on. Again, just holding cadence at 90. 3, 2, 1, stick a gear on.
Lap 1, 3
Hold
minutes.
it at 90. That's minute 1. Guess I lose count. Because we all know I will. So just think about your pedalling action while we're in the easier part of the ramp. Just make sure you're nice and even pedalling. Nice and relaxed on your arms, shoulders down, relaxed face. Three, 2, 1, stick another gear on.
1 minute.
Keep it spinning over, hold it at 90 cadence. So I'm on 90 now. Try and keep your breathing under control in this first part. You're probably about RPE 5 at this point. So you're kind of heading out of zone 2 and you're starting into zone 3. Low zone 3. Tempo. Think about your pedalling action, make sure it's nice and smooth. Got a nice drive down, pull through, pull up, kick over. Evenly on both legs. 3, 2, 1. Up we go again, another gear. Pick it back up, 90. Not lose your cadence, that's it, I'm back on. One more ramp to go after this. And we'll be up to probably about RPE 6 now. So you're going out at the top of tempo. And then the next one we're going into threshold. So you're somewhere just under FTP. So that's your threshold power. Or equivalent effort if you're doing your threshold running effort, somewhere between a 5k and a 10k pace for running. 2, 1, right, stick the last one on.
1 minute.
This is your last minute now. So if you've got a power meter and you're watching it, it should be somewhere near your FTP. Yep, slightly below. I'm okay, I'm bang on when I need to be. Check your cadence, so make sure you're on 90. And you get a 60-second rest at the end of this, and then we've got 2 primers, some low cadence primers. Three, 2, 1, take all your gears off.
5, 1 minute.
Nice and easy. Back down to RPE 3 or 4. Take your cadence down to 80. So let your turbo spin down. Nice and easy, just turn it over, get your breath back. You will have spiked a bit there because we're running 90. Let me turn the aircon on. Come on, TV.
Is it warm in your Santa outfit, Mark?
It's very warm in my Santa outfit. It's turned on, I'm not sure what it's doing. Oh, right, here we go, cool. Right. 3, 2,
Lap 6,
1.
1
Stick
minute.
a load of gears on. Let it pull your cadence down to 70. Too much there. So power-wise, you want to be a little bit harder than you were in your ramped warm-up, but lower cadence. So you're aiming for 70 on this. Rob knows what he's doing with gears, but if you find it hard to keep your cadence down, just stick another gear on. If you're struggling to keep the cadence, then take a gear off. That's it, I'm bang on. Just spin it out, get used to it, get slower than this. You should notice your heart rate's still going down, even though you're working quite hard. 3, 2, 1, ease
Lap
off.
7.
Take your gears off, bring your cadence back up to 80. We've got a minute rest and then we do it again. Next time you're going to put an extra gear on though. Oh, we have set it right. That's it, recover. Spin your legs out nice and easy. Keep it at about 80. Right, so the next one, as I said, you're going for bang on FTP or just over, so you are at threshold, so it's about RPE 8 to 8.5. Your cadence is still 70 though, so it's just a little bit harder than you did last time. 3, 2, 1, stick your gears on. Let it suck it down to 70. That's it, it's a bit under and now I'm on, that's it, bang on 70. Keep it smooth. You've got your power meter, just check. You are somewhere around about your FTP. Slightly over is okay if you can hold it. Think about your smooth pedalling circles. Don't get drawn into piston pedalling. It's the worst thing you can do at low cadence. You blow your legs fairly quickly if you do that. 10 seconds to go. Then that's your warm-up done. Nice and easy. And gears off.
1 minute.
Bring it back up to 80. And take that hat off. Making my head sweat. 2-minute recovery. Just turn your legs over, last chance to get your muscles and your joints nicely warmed up. 80 RPM. As I said, your RPE somewhere around low zone 2, mid zone 2, so RPE 3, RPE 4. Should be able to get your breath under control, but your breath shouldn't have got that far out of control, to be honest on that. Right, so the next thing we are doing sets of 3 minutes with 1 minute recovery. All your recoveries will be at 85 RPM and about 50% your FTP. So again, about an RPE 3, 4, whatever you're doing now, just a little bit faster. And the reason it's a little bit faster is to try and flush all the lactic acid out of your muscles, because you're going to be cramming. Low cadence has this problem. It's really powerful. It doesn't get your heart rate very high, but it stuffs your leg full of lactic acid. And because your heart rate's not pumping, it's not flushing it out. So what we do is when we do recovery, it's a little bit faster, just to help flush your legs. And we don't need to get your heart rate down because it shouldn't be that bad anyway, he says. So effort-wise for these, you are aiming at just under FTP. And then the next one will be FTP, and then you'll be just over FTP. So as we drop the cadence, you make it a little bit harder, but you won't notice it because of your gears. Right, first one coming up, 3 seconds, 2, 1.
2 minutes.
Load your gears up. So I just put it on the big ring, that's the easiest thing to do. Let it pull it down to 60. So I'm on 60 now. Keep it turning. We're here for 3 minutes. I know it seems like ages. I will give you a shouter marker at 2.5. So if you are struggling, those of you who haven't done the previous weeks, you can bail at 2.5 and get an extra 30 seconds rest. So hang in there. Rob, you can't do that.
No.
So settle into this now. Find your rhythm. Lock that cadence in. Focus on it. Keep your pedalling nice and smooth. If you aren't pedaling smooth now and you're piston pedaling, get it smooth now. And as soon as you do, you'll notice your cadence jumps up a bit because it feels easier. Keep an eye on your heart rate as well. If you're pushing out somewhere near an FTP at 85 to 90 RPM, your heart rate would be spiking right now. I would say my heart rate's well and truly in low zone 2 at the moment. Keep it turning over, nice and easy. So the first one we'll just go through it. Then the next one we'll start practicing going on to the drops into aero position to simulate low cadence when we're on a flat road. And then we'll start on the third one to bring in some hills. So you'll be getting out of the saddle, if it's safe to do so. Into the last minute now. Keep it turning over. Then just watch that cadence doesn't pick up. If you are struggling to keep it down and keep the effort on, just stick another gear on. You won't notice it. Right, 30 seconds to go. So if anybody wants to take a early bath, that's what I like to see.
Maybe on the next one.
I think they get easier as they get slower. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take all your gears off.
3 minutes.
So let it spin up to 80. So I just use the big ring and the little ring for this. It's like a cheats way of doing it. So that's it, you're coming up to halfway up through your recovery. Get your breathing under control. Get everything relaxed again. When you're doing low cadence, there's a tendency to tense up, so keep yourself relaxed. Grab a drink if you've got one, if you need one. We're going in 17 seconds. So this one is going to be 55 RPM. But you want to be aiming for FTP, so you might need to stick another gear on. 3, 2, 1, up we go.
Lap 12. 1 minute.
You won't notice it because you're turning your legs over slower. So 55. And it's a tight 55 as well, so try and keep it within 1. Settle into it, nice and easy, well done. Everybody's nice and solid, there's no rocking around. Don't tense up, make sure you're relaxed on the bars. Nice relaxed circles. That's it. As soon as I went into nice relaxed circles, I jumped up 4 on me cadence. Slow it down. So when you get to about the third one, your legs will start to burn towards the end if you're doing it right. So you're working your type 1 and your type 2 muscles now. It's never a bad thing. Again, just be careful, listen to your body. If you're getting repeated pain as you're pressing down through your knee, bring your cadence up a bit or take your gear off. So we're just coming up to the halfway mark. That's it. Nice and relaxed. That's gone quick, hasn't it? Quick system check. Make sure you're getting a nice flex in your ankles. Knees are tucked in, parallel with the crossbar. Pelvis is rocked over slightly, back's nice and flat. Elbows have got a nice bend in them, shoulders down. And you don't have a face like a cat's bottom. Nice neutral face. Don't let them know you're suffering. That's it, keep it turning over nice and smooth. Just check your cadence. Right, 30 seconds to go if anybody needs an early bath. Keep it turning over. That's good, nice. I love low cadence. You just can't do it for very long. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ease it
1:13.
off.
3
Take your
minutes.
gears off. Bring your cadence back up to 80. Nice, easy. Spin out. A couple of deep breaths. Clear your lungs out. Try and get back into your 2 to 1 breathing, or your 1 to 2 breathing. So it's breathe into a count of 1, breathe out to a count of 2, or breathe into a count of 2, breathe out to a count of 4. Basically, your out breath is twice as long as your in breath. It's the easiest way to get your heart rate down. It's a form of yoga breathing. Just make sure on 80, don't get sucked down into lower cadences, because you won't clear the lactic acid out of your muscles. Sorry, 85, that's right, yeah, 85, bang on. It says it at the top of my screen. Right, so we're going again in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, load your gears on. This time we're going for 50. So you might need another gear to bring it down to 50. That's it, I'm on 50, that's it, bang on. Try and keep it around there. Really focus with this. Right, so in 5 seconds we're going to go up onto a saddle. As you go up, stick a gear on, so up. So you're up right now. Keep your legs turning over, try and keep that cadence at 50. That's why you need another gear, because you're out of your saddle. Going back down soon. So it should be a smooth movement. As you come down, take that gear off. 2, 1, down you go, take the gear off. Well done. Keep it turning over, get back on your 50 in case you've overshot. Right, back up again. Straight up, gear on at the same time. This is what you should be doing when you're climbing anyway. As soon as you get out of the saddle, always stick another gear on. So when you get back in the saddle, you don't suddenly lose all that lovely momentum and cadence you've just built. And back down again. Keep it turning over. Make sure you're not overspinning. And back up again. You might need 2 gears. I think I need 2 gears. And back down again. Take those gears off. Keep it at 50. Alright, 30 seconds to go. If anyone needs a break. Everybody else just keep it turning. I'm just going to hold this now until the end of this one. We're not going out of the saddle again. So just hold that 50. Three, 2, 1. Take your gears off. Take your
1:15.
cadence
3
off.
minutes.
85. So just release your shoulders off. Keep your arms flat. Keep your head a wobble. Keep your breathing under control. Again, take your cadence. Make sure you are coming up to 85. Right, the next one we're going back up again. We're going up to 55. So you're at FTP. and 55. Got 15 seconds to go. Three, two, one, load it up.
Lap 16. 1 minute.
Let the gears pull you down. So we'll do a bit of a mix on this one. We'll do drops and standing. Right, 2, 1, onto your drops or in aero. If you're turning over, you're aiming for 55, remember. And back up onto hoods. And out of the saddle, stick a gear on. Remember, hit 55. Keep it going. 2, 1, back onto the saddle again. Back up again, out the saddle. Oh. 3, 2, 1, back into the saddle. Flatten out all the way to the finish. Onto your drops. Get into aero, tuck your elbows in. Make sure they're still bent. Get your cadence. I'd overspun a bit there. Got excited. Back onto your hoods. Settle in. Back into aero on your drops. You've got TT bars, you can go on your TT bars. Back come onto your hoods. That's 30 seconds to go. When his legs are starting to fade, just take an extra 30 seconds rest. Everyone else keep it going. Looking good, everybody's nice and fixed anyway. No wobbling around. Last 10, come on. Easy, the next one. 3, 2, 1, take your gears
Lap
off.
17. 3 minutes.
Spin it up to 85. Let your legs spin out. So if you feel like you're not getting a good recovery, just take another gear off in your recovery. We're not worried about getting your heart rate down, we're just worried about flushing them legs out.
It's 19 hours.
We're not doing lactic thresholds until after Christmas, so there's no prizes for trying to burn lactic acid as fuel. Keep it turning over. Keep it nice and even. Right, next one, we're back up to 60 again. So just be drops on this one. Just under FTP, so you can do a gear less. That's fine because you're turning your legs over a bit faster. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1, load it
Lap
up.
18. 1 minute.
Sit arm on 60. Oops, slightly overshot there. I was bang on 60, now it's shot up again. That's it, stick another gear on, that'll pull it down. There we go, 60. Nice and smooth, get relaxed. Right, go to aero. Tuck your set in. This first one's quite a short one. And back up onto your hoods. Try and keep that cadence bang on 60. Right, down onto aero. I think it's a long section, this one. When you're down in aero, sometimes you might find your cadence picks up, just stick another gear on. Because it alters the geometry, makes it easier for your muscles. 2, 1, back up onto your hoods. Told you it was a long one. 30 seconds, that one. Keep it turning over. Need to practice your drops when you're out on the road as well, because if there's a headwind, there's nothing better to make life easier than going onto your drops, especially when you're going up long lane in a headwind. Down onto your drops again. There's a reason it's called long lane. So keep it turning over 5 seconds and back up again. Well done. 30 seconds to go. If anybody needs to take a break. So keep it turning over. Well done. Top performance. Banking them training points for the next 2 weeks. Three, 2, 1, slip your gears off.
Lap 19.
Bring your
3
cadence back
minutes.
up. Quickly back up to 85, that's it, I'm on. Probably overrun. Oh no, pretty much on, there we go. Couple of deep breaths, just clear your lungs out. So you tend to find when you're in the drops, a lot of cyclists find it uncomfortable for several reasons. Mainly for blokes because they've got a belly in the way. But it's just people aren't flexible enough, but it's actually a slightly more efficient riding position for not just wind resistance, for the position of your pelvis and your muscle geometry. The other benefit is you're nearly always having to look up forwards. So any of you lifeguards have done CPR, you're opening your airwaves, so it's straight down. Right, 2, 1,
20.
stick
1
your gears
minute.
back on. We're going back down to 55 this time. So you're on FTP, so at threshold, so you might want an extra gear. Look at that, bang on 55. Hit it for once.
It's not helping on this bike. The gears need indexing and it's not dropping onto the very small gear.
Oh no. Are you on the big cog on the front?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, onto your drops. You might have to turn your resistance up on your turbo. I think you can do it with your head unit. You can set it to another percent. I think that's what Simon had to do last week. 2, 1, back up onto your hoods. That's easy. Nice one to get going. Right, there's a hill coming up. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Out of the saddle. Gear on. Or 2. I think I need 2 at this speed. Keep it turning over 55. Doesn't matter if it goes a little bit lower, but don't let it go higher. 2, 1, back down again. Take that gear off or take 2 gears off. You probably find your cadence has spiked now. That's why we come out of the saddle. Another good thing to practice while you're on the turbo is that coming in and out of the saddle is a smooth movement. Everybody's got a more dominant leg to lead on. Right down onto your drops. Remember, nice and low. Soft elbows. And back up onto your hoods. Just check your cadence. Yeah, mine's shot up again. Stick another gear on. There we go. That'll do it. Coming up on 30 seconds. Now, if anybody wants to take an early rest, otherwise, we're just going to have a little hill to take us to the end. So 2, 1, out the saddle. If you can't do the out of the saddles, just go onto your drops. It's all good practice. Three, 2, 1, just knock your gears off. Keep your
21.
cadence
3
back up.
minutes.
Get up to 85. Recovery. Right, next one, 50. And then we've only got 2 more to do after that. Gone quick, hasn't it? Unless I've counted wrong, which is quite possible. 30 seconds, we go again. Just have a quick systems check, loosen everything off. You need to roll your shoulders if you've been gripping the bars. Get a quick drink if you need one. Just check your heart rate as well and just see what that's doing. Three, 2, 1, load it up. You're going to need an extra,
122.
definitely going to need an
1
extra
minute.
gear with this one. Let it pull it down to 50. That's the arm on 50. Right, we are straight into a hill. Out the saddle. Keep it at 50. You need to stick another gear on, stick another one on to keep it down. Don't worry, it'll pick back up quickly when you take them off. Three, 2, 1, back down again, take the gears off. Just watch your cadence doesn't pick up too quickly. That's it, oh, held it that time. Nice and easy. Two, 1, onto your drops, let's get aero. There's a nice flat bit in the middle of the 2 mountains. It's like we're in Switzerland. Or going through Pitlochry in Scotland. So you keep it turning over nicely. And back up onto your hoods. Just reset your cadence. I need another gear. Struggling to keep it down. That's better. And out the saddle. And back down again. Take your gear off. Hold it there now. Make sure you're back on 50. You're not adjust your gears to pull it down. So I need to stick another one on. Coming up on 30 seconds again. If anybody wants to take it. Otherwise, out the saddle. Keep it turning over, keep it smooth. Try and keep your weight near your back wheel so your bum as close to the nose of your saddle as possible. Don't be leaning over your bars. All that does is unload your back wheel. Especially if it's wet, you'll just spin out. Keep that weight over the back wheel. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Lap
Take all your
23,
gears off.
3 minutes.
Spin it up. I'm starting to run out of gears then. That's it, we're just going up again now. 55 the next one. If I've counted right. Find out in a minute. Just check your cadence. Make sure you are somewhere near 85. Quick look at your heart rate, just see what it's doing. I tell you now, if you'd been doing FTP sets at 3 minutes, at 90 RPM, you'd have been blowing out your backside now. You'd have all been up somewhere, zone 4, zone 5 heart rate. I bet you somebody who are still in zone 3. Right, 3, 2, 1, stick the gears
1
on.
minute.
You might need one less now. 55 is the target. Legs should be starting to burn a bit now. That's your lactic acid. It's not all free ride and free power, unfortunately, though. It doesn't take its toll on your heart rate. Just take its toll on your muscle longevity. So when you hear about cyclists saying they're bonked, that's exactly what they've done. They've gone too far, too long in low cadence. Once you've done that, there is no way back. Right, out of the saddle. If you overcook it with your heart rate, you can always run for 20 minutes slower, just to get your heart rate back down and recover. If you've blown your legs, there is no way out. Once they're done, they're done. 2, 1, back down again. Settle into 55. Not going to be here too long. We're on nice flat bit now. Down onto your drops. Let's get aero. I like this one. It gives you stuff to distract you from 3 minutes. Back onto your hoods. That's it, make sure you're still on 55. I've slipped up a bit, gone up to 58. Right, back onto your hood, onto your drops. Just a short one, this one. Up onto your hoods. Right, 2, 1, out the saddle. Stick them extra gears on. Stick an extra one if you want. We've only got one more set after this to do. Just keep it at 55. That's all you need to do. Whatever you can hold. And back down again. You're on 30 now, so if anybody needs to bail, hold it there now. One little climb to the end, just 15 seconds. 2, 1, up we go again. Make it count. Don't go too fast, but put more power on. 2, 1,
Lap
off the
25,
gears.
3 minutes.
Down you go. Bring it back up to 85, quick as possible. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Yep.
Looking lovely and in control. It's very easy to get tense, low cadence.
I've
Just
managed.
ride nice and easy, make the most of it, enjoy it.
I've managed 45 minutes, Mark. Thank you. I've just
Well done, Di.
down my gears and stuff, and
Yeah.
tried to take off and stuff like that. So, thank you. See
No,
you
well
soon.
done, you did well there, Di.
Thank you. See you later, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
15 seconds left and it's the last set. She's done well because that bike's not set up for her knee either. Right, 2, 1. Stick
Lap
your gears on.
26. 1 minute.
We're going to 60, so it's one less gear this time probably. Keep it at 60, as close as possible. So you might find your heart rate a little bit higher now. So where was I? So we're just no hills on this one, all just flats. Little short one to start off with. Down we go onto the drops. Make sure your cadence doesn't pick up. Mine has. And back up onto your hoods. So I say this, if you're doing a long ride and you feel like you've run too long with your heart rate high, just drop it into low cadence. It'll suck your heart rate back down. Just don't get stuck there too long. Everybody has 2 sweet spots. One's somewhere between 85 and 95, and the other was somewhere between 50 and 70. So it's up to you to find out at low cadence what feels the most comfortable. So down you go onto your drops. Remember, we're holding 60. And up we go. Back on again. So I know when I'm out on the road, if I'm just tapping it over and spinning it out in a group, I need to be somewhere about 97, because that's where I'm more comfortable. When I'm at low cadence, my comfort spot's about 55, 57. So if you know where you're comfortable, you can aim for that cadence and just adjust your gears to the terrain. Right, down you go onto your drops. So I always say, if you're planning on doing any long rides, always have a heart rate monitor, because it tells you exactly what your body's doing. And then all you do is you just balance your heart rate and your cadence to get where you need to get. Back up onto hoods. 30 seconds to go. I don't think anybody's going to bail. Last 20 seconds down onto the hood. Stick another gear on. Try and hold that 60 with an extra gear. Well done. 10 seconds, come on. Don't let it spin above. It's all about the power. 2, 1. Ease it
Lap
up.
27. 3 minutes.
Spin up. Right, you got 2 minutes recovery, and then we'll do a little ramp just to flush your legs out and get you ready for your stretch at the end. Well done. Well done, Paula. That's a tough one to come into on week 4.
Yeah. I've been doing something on the watt bike. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been doing like watt bike stuff in the gym, but I've not got out very much recently because of the lovely weather.
No, it shows. It is all about leg strength, this one. So winter training is not about busting out anaerobic capacity and stuff like that. It's about technique, strength, building your zone 2 engine. So when you're outside, you want to be running 1 gear less, probably 5 RPM higher than you would do normally.
Yeah.
I think most seasoned riders will tell you, you should not be in your big ring at all on your bike. You should only use the little ring in the winter.
Well, I'm always on my big one crossing my chain.
It's not always that. It's not always that easy. Sometimes when you've got a tailwind, you're going along on the flat and you're all grouped together, you sometimes have to stick it in. But as a rule, you shouldn't be dragging everybody along using your big ring. Everybody should be riding within themselves. It's all about building that zone 2 engine, so that when you come out of the winter, you've got good neuromuscular connection at higher cadence when you're riding on the bike. You've done lots of strength work indoors. So you don't want to be doing, rapid sets and sprint work outside when it's cold. You're just risking injury. Same as you don't want to be doing, lots of really powerful uphill sprint runs either. It's all threshold outside.
Lap 28. 2 minutes.
Right, just stim in on the gear back on and bring your cadence up to 85 if you weren't already there. So it's going to feel a little bit harder. And we'll just start to wind it down quickly. 85 to 90 will do, whatever feels more comfortable. I just want to flush your legs under load. So we're just going to force your heart rate to jump a bit to pump it out. And your legs actually moving quicker act as a pump as well. So it's another reason why low cadence tends to build up lactic acid. Another 15 seconds, we can drop the cadence back down. Three, two, one. Take your gear off, bring your cadence down to about 85. You'll probably find you overspin initially while the turbo catches up. So let it come down slowly. That's it, nice and easy. So think about your breathing now, just get your heart rate down. Feels a bit weird after you've done all that slow work to suddenly go back up to 90 again. Another 15 seconds, we can take your gear off and bring your cadence down to 80. Three, two, one. Take your gear off, bring your cadence down to 80. So nice and relaxed. We'll do a couple of drills as well when we get to 30. So we'll just practice, we'll do 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other leg. We're not going to unclip though. The other leg's just a passenger. You're only going to use one leg. So the other leg's along for the ride. So 2, 1, just pedal with your left leg. Right leg's not doing anything. It's just ballast on the pedal. If you've got clips or straps, make sure you're using your pull-up, your kick-over and your scrape. If you haven't got straps, you should still be able to do a little bit of the kick-over with a flex foot and a scrape at the bottom, but you won't be able to do the pull-up. Right, get ready, 2, 1, change legs. So focus on the right leg now, left leg's going to have a rest. So take notice of what's going on. If one leg feels a little bit more unnatural when you're doing this, you probably want to work on that, practice some of these drills as part of your warm-up and cool down. Maybe do some, if you are clipped in, do some with your leg off, because it will really expose any inconsistencies then, because it'll start to clunk as you go over the top, and you don't want that. Right, 2, 1, bring the other leg back in. Spin them both over together, nice and easy now. Start to drop your cadence down. You can take another gear off if you want. Nice and easy, we're heading down towards 70 now. Shouldn't feel like you're turning anything. Right, gradually bring it down, 2, 1, and
Lap
ease off.
29. 4 minutes.
Don't forget to stop your Garmin, save your ride. Oops, I've got my touchscreen turned off. There we go. Right, just bring your legs to rest and just pedal back for a couple of cycles. Again, you're looking for smoothness, evenness, no clonking, no feels of like as it's flipping as it goes over the top. It should be nice and smooth. Really exaggerate that movement. That's just unlocking your legs. We've done a lot of really high cadence work, really low power cadence work. You really should do this at the end just to unlock your legs, otherwise you'll go to bed and you'll still be pedaling. Right, stop at the bottom, left leg at the bottom. Just come out of your saddle, so your bum's somewhere near the nose of your saddle, and just drop that heel down on your left leg. As I say every week, if you're a runner, just be careful with that. If you've got a tight Achilles, you'll feel it. It feels like a rotten elastic band when you're stretching it.
Well, I've just picked up a new speed sensor from the DPS shop and put it on, and it's worked fantastically.
Well, there you go.
That's good, isn't it?
Yep.
I've had speed and cadence going, and that's about it.
Yeah, so now it'll give you virtual distance as well, and that's what everybody likes.
Yeah. Oh, we like a bit of distance, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the trick is, if you do as much of your turbo work as possible in the big ring, it gives you a longer distance.
Yeah.
Because you're in the bigger ring, it's harder. So then you turn your turbo down to make your turbo a bit easier, but it tells everybody you've cycled further. Change legs. It's even the same on Zwift. Even if you've got the fancy smart trainers, if you do any of the workout sessions, always do them in the big ring because it gives you more miles.
Well, I have to say, it makes no odds with me. I've just got like a roller that goes on at the back.
Oh, you would not believe some of the arguments we've had about who's done the most miles and who's turned out the most power.
Yeah.
I remember Kathy and Mick once set off after one of the sessions, and Kathy were trying to tell Mick she'd burnt more, she'd done higher watts than Mick had done, and they were having a race set. But a lot of it's subjective to the trainer as well, because it depends on the turbo trainer itself.
Yeah, you can only compare yourself to yourself, can't you, really?
Yeah, I mean the kickers are fairly accurate, as long as they're calibrated. They're pretty accurate. The taxis are okay. The elites are quite good. The elite I had was really good. What have
you got there then, Mark?
I've got a kicker, a Wahoo kicker. I think it's the best one on the market. They've pretty much been like this now for about 10, 15 years. They haven't changed them. They just work. I used to blow up a turbo trainer every 18 months. So I had tax vortexes and I kept buying them and they just kept bursting into flames or the bearings went on them.
Oh dear.
A lot of it's because if you do it in the garage, it doesn't help. Condensation and heat cold cycles doesn't do them any good. Right, pick your leg up, get your knees together. But the kickers are fairly bulletproof. I bought another one off somebody that kept it in a garage, and I changed the bearings on it, and it's been spot on. In fact, that's the one I'm using at the moment, and that's even older than mine. So I think mine's about 8 or 9 years old. That's probably about 9 or 10 years old.
They can be a bit funny about, trying to claim on the warranty. If you tell them that it's been in the garage, you've got to sort of, if they ask you, has it been in the garage? The answer to that should always be no.
No, so always use it in the house. It's because they get hot and all the grease runs out of the bearings, but then you get condensation on it. So the bearings just eat themselves alive. But that last tax I had, that burst into flames in the clubhouse. Me and Mick were having a bit of a race, and Mick went, "Your turbo's on fire." And I went, yeah. And then he went, no, it really is. And there were flames pouring out the side of it. All the circuit board had let go. But these things are. It's a lot of the Pro Tour teams use them because they can simulate a 30-degree climb. So you can riding up Mont Blanc on them. Now there's a tax one called the Neo. Change legs. There's a tax one called the Neo that simulates road surface as well. So as if you're riding over cobbles, it might make it judder. But I'm like, that's a bit gimmicky.
That's one for Tom. What's his face? Is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember his surname now.
But when I bought one of them, I got the lady had got a kicker climb, the thing you bolt the front of the bike into that goes up and down as well.
Gosh.
She was just throwing it in with it, and I know how much they cost, so I'll take it anyway. And I was like, that's going to be a load of rubbish. It's not. It's really good fun. When you're doing Zwift, the virtual rides, it goes up and down with the rides. Right, pick up the other leg, just pull your knee in.
It's what I like about this session. There's no Zwifts involved because I haven't got the technology. Just how it work.
Just take a long stride now. So this isn't to stretch out your Achilles, so you don't have to have your foot in tram tracks like we do at the end of the running section. This is for your hip flexor. So nice long runner's lunge, and just drop your hips down just to stretch your hip flexor, your psoas muscle, psoas. Can never remember. It's that one anyway. It's hip flexor. Cyclists have terrible hip flexors, which is unfortunate if you're a runner because you need good hip flexors to be a good runner. So change legs. Same thing on the other side. Pigeon pose on the floor is about the best thing for cycling, to open up your hips and your hip flexors. If you watch any of the videos I do for core on a Monday night, there's a couple of stretches we do after that. There's one where you grab your knee and pull your knee across your other leg, and that's really good for your IT band as well, which is another failing of runners. Right, we'll do a 2 for 1. We'll do your IT band now. So cross your legs, back leg straight, weight on your back leg, just feel down. Don't close your eyes, your proprioception won't work. You'll fall over. But it's being videoed, so feel free. Oh no, I'm not videoing you lot, I won't even see it. I'll know it happened though. So as you're going down, you should feel your hamstring stretching nicely and a nice little bit of tightness, just pulling around the back of your backside. That's your IT band. Change legs. Same on the other side. Remember, don't push it, don't force it, because your innate stretch reflex will just kick in and lock your muscle up before you start stretching everything out. So just ease into it, sneak up on your body, use your breathing. So breathing under all your tension in, and then breathe out all the tension. Oh, that's got it. That's it then. And back up. Just release your shoulders off now because we've been on the bar. So just grab your fingers behind your back, pull your arms down straight, bend over and just push your hands over your shoulders to really unlock that shoulder. Back up again. Just some thoracic stretches. Just push your fingers out like that. Pull or push your fingers forwards as if you're parting your shoulder blades, and then pull your shoulder blades back together again. So whenever you do one, you always do the opposite. Pull them apart again. This is another one that most runners and cyclists don't look after, and then wonder why they've got frozen shoulders when they go swimming. Pull your arms back out again. That's it. Release. One arm up, down your back, grab your elbow, just pull it. If you want to stretch your lats and your obliques as well, you can just lean over too. It's like a 3 for 1 stretch. So you are leaning as well. You're not pushing your hips over. Just lean over. You should feel it all the way from your elbow down to your hip. And up. Same on the other side. Just one of the few you can actually bounce a little bit with that one. Just be careful. Just ease into it and then just give it a little pulse. And if you are going to rock on a stretch, just think waves going up a shore. It's less of a bounce, more of a wave. That's it. Back to the beginning. Just roll your shoulders over, backwards. Take them forwards. Hands on the hips. Just roll your hips round. And back the other way. Oh, my lower back sounds like Windy Miller's windmill. Oh, there we go. Right, well done. I will see you after Christmas. It's looking like it's more than likely it's going to be on a Wednesday, so that's okay for everybody. And I'll work out what's the best time. I'll probably put a poll up on the site over Christmas. Focus after Christmas is we're going to start working on FTP, so that's your threshold power. So there is going to be some intervals and there is going to be some hard work as well. So kind of everything before Christmas is about preparation and getting you ready for the stuff we're going to get after Christmas, which will take you into the spring and the start of the event season. So the lactic shuttles will feature somewhere. Everybody loves lactic shuttles. No. Right. Well done, everybody. Have a good Christmas if I don't see you at all.
Thank you. I might be on catch up after Christmas then if it's Wednesdays, but that's not a problem, is it? It's
no, I'm still videoing. This will be up tonight if I can
Yeah.
find out why YouTube keeps slowing my upload rate down.
Right. Thank you very much indeed.
See you later. Bye. See you, Rob.
See ya.
Bye.